Okay, today we're going to make lazy raisin muffins. I call it lazy because this is your dry ingredients, which is the flour, salt, and baking powder. You're going to measure this and put it into this bowl. All you need is just this tool. And then in your other bowl, you're going to put all this liquid, real butter, milk, and egg. And then we mix this here, and then we're going to add the sugar. And then once the sugar is dissolved, we're going to add the dry ingredients into this. Put some raisins, and we're going to just put it into muffin pan. That's all. That's why it's lazy. By the way, egg and milk has to be room temperature so it can incorporate with the butter well. Oh, did I mention to you this will cost you only, imagine using organic flour, unbleached flour. One thing what about generally speaking, when you bake, good quality of flour is must. Because if you have those not very good quality flour, things can turn around really bad. Yeah, because I have tried many different flours. I'm not going to name what companies they make those flours, but some of them were like, what is it? Is it like a real flour? What is it? Yeah. And bleached one, not even, don't even think about it. And then as far as with the price, this is like $16.99 here in Northern Virginia, the whole 2 pouch. This is only one of them, 2 pouch.
That's because it's Costco.
It's Costco, yeah. By the way, everything is from Costco. Costco is not sponsoring me, but I like to buy their things. Okay, let's get started. One thing though, if you're planning to bake more, it's a good idea to invest into some scale. I bought this like $12, $13. It's been lasting me a long time. Some of them is even like $5, $6. I don't know how good they are. But generally when I buy things from Amazon, I just kind of like go in the midway because I'm not very fancy. So I just kind of like read some reviews and then I just try to go in the middle. And that mostly gets me in the right place. Okay, so we're going to first mix all the dry ingredients. Grab medium bowl, put your flour. I'm crushing my baking powder on my hand. Sometimes you can find some lumps in there because some moisture can trap in there if you don't have it in the closed container. And then add in some salt, sea salt. You can use any kind of salt. Now we're going to just mix this together, just trying to distribute all the baking powder and salt evenly into this flour. Grab a bigger bowl, and into the bigger bowl you put in room temperature egg. Remember, this is room temperature egg. Generally speaking, in baking, you need room temperature egg and butter. So I'm adding some room temperature milk, and then going to add some sugar. So remember, this is just a muffins. This is not a cake. If it was cake, you're going to mix it different way. Because it's just a muffin, we're just going to combine everything. So we're going to mix it a little more. The goal here is to dissolve the sugar. And you see there's a melted butter sitting on the side. I melted in the microwave earlier. And make sure this butter is not too hot. If it's too hot, it's going to cook your egg. So by the time I put it into my batter, the butter is already kind of room temperature, lukewarm. I mean, you don't have to worry about exact temperature. As long as it's not too hot, that is good enough. So this is about done. Now we're going to add the flour. You can sift your flour as well. So that way you don't have to mix it too long, because I did not sifted my flour. I was a little lazy. So, but it's a good idea to sift your flour so you don't run into big lumps of flour. Just a few lumps here and there, that's okay. Make sure you preheat your oven at 375 degrees. You never put any bakings into cold oven. You always have to preheat your oven at certain temperature. Now you see there's some lumps. Just gonna grab my whisker and then mix it. There's too many lumps. So you see, when you mix it too long, it's going to become gummy and chewy. So make sure you don't mix it too long. Okay, now we're just going to add the raisin, and then just mix this together. Now we're going to grab the muffin pan and then just scoop this and put it in there. You can use the spoon. Most times I use ice cream scoop, or you can just use any kind of spoon. This recipe is going to make about 10 muffins, and we're going to put it now into the oven for 20 minutes. Make sure always preheat your oven. Now I'm putting the time, 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes is up. We're going to now check this out. Looks nice and golden brown. Now I'm just going to press it down. If it bounces back, that means it's done. Yep, perfect. And just let it cool down and put it on your cutting board. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up and see how it looks. Oh, this looks nice and soft. Not very tender, but soft enough. This is not the cake, it's a muffin. That's why it's a little bit harder than regular, very fluffy cake. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. This is very nice and simple. Would be good with a cup of tea. I'm happy. So this is going to cost you only less than $2. Just show up at your mom's home. You don't have to wait for the Mother's Day. Just make her happy. Look how cute it is. Don't we sometimes crave something sweet? Yeah. So in that case, this is perfect recipe, and especially if you never baked something, this is something can do it easily, you know. It's very doable, in other words. I like to say easy, but sometimes I realize, oh, it's easy for me because I do it all the time. But this is very pretty simple to do it. Yeah, so why I'm telling you to scale is because when you have the flour sitting in your pantry a long time, it gets dense because of the gravity. And then once it gets dense, if you use this the cup, you can scoop up a little extra. And then especially you're making some batter, like a muffins, cakes, then even with the others, those too, then if you just use your cups and measure it, sometimes it can become a little different way than you expect. I mean, like too tough, too dry, or too runny. Yeah, depends on how your flour has been sitting. One thing what about generally speaking, when you bake, good quality of flour is must.